If you're someone who has attempted weight loss like me and wasn't able to sustain the results you achieved, I'm going to share the concepts that allowed me to finally put my diet on autopilot while going through my busy work week. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Dakota. Several years ago, I took on a big weight loss fitness journey, and it was actually my freshman year of college. I felt out of shape and I didn't want to gain another freshman 20. I didn't know where to start, but I started one of those cookie cutter bodybuilding.com plans with fitness and nutrition. And let me tell you, I saw progress, but it was miserable. Too little food, and I didn't enjoy absolutely everything that I ate. Literally stuffing spinach into my mouth by the handful. Over the years of going through school, learning from different mentors, working, and talking with clients, I found the concepts I'm sharing in this video have helped me transform, and so far have helped others I've worked with. Before you decide to click away from the video, I want to get down to the core principle of weight loss so you at least have something to take away. It's something you've probably heard before. It's so important to understand though. Weight loss fundamentally comes down to energy balance. Think of it like this. Your body uses the calories you consume for energy. If you consume more calories than you burn, those extra calories get stored as fat and you gain weight. On the flip side though, if you consume fewer calories than your body burns, your body taps into fat stores and you start to lose weight. It's really a simple concept. Although it's simple, that doesn't mean it's easy. Weight loss is like balancing a checkbook. More calories in than out, you gain. More calories out than in, you lose. This is called a calorie deficit, and it's the key to losing weight no matter what diet you follow. Let's talk about creating that calorie deficit, the reason why we're here. First, you need to estimate your maintenance calories. That's the number of calories you need to maintain your current weight. Simple method, multiply your body weight in pounds by 15. A more detailed method is using a formula, like the Mifflin St. Your formula. Still don't even know if I'm saying that right. You can find this calculator online by going into the Google search bar and finding it. The more accurate information you have to give this calculator, the better and more reliable it's going to be for you. I discussed maintenance calories and the nuances of both of those methods in a different video. I won't do that here. If you're curious though, check it out. It's in the top right corner of this video, or it's going to be in the description. You choose. Once you have your estimated maintenance calories though from either one of those equations, subtract 300, maybe even up to 500 to create a modest deficit. This should lead to a weight loss goal of roughly 0.6 to 1 pound per week. Remember to track your progress and adjust your calorie intake as needed. Don't aim to lose more than 1 to 2% of your total weight every single week. If you're more active, I would suggest using 300 or at least closer to 300. If you're somebody that's not as active, maybe go for something closer to 500, because the more calories or more exercise you do throughout the week, the less you're going to want to take away from the food that you eat, because you're burning those additional calories while you exercise. Just make sure that you are tracking your progress and not losing more than 1 to 2% of your total body weight every single week. Now, while total calories are the main factor in weight loss, macronutrients, that's your proteins, carbs, and fats, play a really important role. They influence aspects like how you feel, your energy levels, and even how well your body functions on a day-to-day. Protein, for example, is especially important for maintaining muscle mass while you're losing weight, while also recovering from your really tough workouts in the gym. You might have heard about studies linking carbs to weight gain, and some of those are what we call cohort studies. These studies follow very large groups of people over long periods, observing their dietary habits and their health outcomes. They're great for spotting correlations, like noticing that people who eat more refined carbs tend to weigh more. However, this is very important. Cohort studies can't definitively prove that carbs cause the weight gain. Maybe those people ate more calories overall and had other lifestyle factors at play. They can point us in the right direction, but they don't give us the full picture. A cohort study might show that people who consume more sugary drinks also have a higher risk of obesity, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the sugary drinks alone are the cause. It could be that people who drink a lot of sugary drinks also tend to have other unhealthy habits. That's why it's crucial to look at other dietary patterns and consider other factors like exercise and even genetics. So what did the cohort study I'm referencing find? It reinforced what we've been saying. Calories are primary. They're the king, or the queen for some of us. While it showed a link between refined carbs and weight gain, this is more likely due to those foods often being high in calories and low in fiber. The study also highlighted that not all carbs are created equal. Whole grains and fruits aren't linked to weight gain, and that's likely because they're packed with fiber, which helps you feel full and keeps your blood sugar stable, causing less hunger swings. While we don't need to obsess over the exact ratio of macronutrients, it's a good idea to focus on getting enough protein and choosing healthier sources of carbs and your fats. But remember, at the end of the day, it's still the total number of calories that determines whether you lose weight. So you just have to decide which foods do you enjoy the most while also being full. For now, just remember calories reign as the king or queen for weight loss. Now that we've covered the fundamentals of calorie balance, let's tackle some common diet myths that can really make our weight loss efforts more difficult. There's so much conflicting information out there, it's easy to really get confused. So let's just clear a couple common things that I hear. Carbohydrates. They've been pushed around for years, but the truth is carbs are not the enemy. Weight gain associated with high carb diets is usually due to excess calories, not the carbs themselves. Think about it like this. If you eat a ton of anything, even if it's considered healthy and you're exceeding your calorie needs, you're going to gain weight. The real problem often lies within refined carbohydrates and sugary foods. Things like pastries, full sugar sodas, cookies, and even ice creams. These tend to be high in calories and fat, and the fat and carb mixture makes them super palatable and really easy to overconsume. If you want a cookie, you just want another one. The key is to focus on carbohydrate quality. Choose complex carbohydrates, think whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. These foods will deliver fiber, helping you feel fuller and satisfied after mealtimes. So don't fear the carbs, just choose them a little bit more wiser. Intermittent fasting. This has become incredibly popular. While it can be a helpful tool for some, it's definitely not a magic bullet for weight loss. Intermittent fasting involves cycling between periods of eating and fasting. Although some studies suggest potential health benefits, the effects of weight loss are primarily due to calorie restriction. Let's look at a recent study that really sheds light on this concept. This study compared two groups, one doing time-restricted eating, which is a form of intermittent fasting, and the other eating throughout the entire day. This study was done really well, actually. Both groups consumed the same number of calories and the same macros and micronutrient distributions. The results? No significant difference in weight loss between the two groups. In fact, the group eating throughout the day actually lost slightly more weight, although this difference wasn't statistically significant. What was interesting is that the time-restricted eating group spontaneously decreased their physical activity. This highlights a key point. Intermittent fasting, when it leads to weight loss, usually does so because it helps people eat fewer calories. It's not the fasting itself that's causing the weight loss. If intermittent fasting helps you maintain a calorie deficit and suit your lifestyle, then great, let's do it. However, it's not inherently superior to other dietary approaches when adherence is high. You can lose weight just as effective through other methods, as long as you're in a calorie deficit. Now that we debunked some myths, let's talk about achieving sustainable weight loss, what it looks like. This is where the real magic happens, and it's all about finding a plan that works for you. The most important thing to remember is the best diet is the one you can stick to in the long run. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to weight loss. What works for your friend might not work for you. Consider your lifestyle, your preferences, any health conditions when choosing a dietary strategy. Don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you. It might take some trial and error to find one that really works, but finding a diet plan you can ultimately live with is really worth it. Sustainable weight loss is about more than just a calorie deficit. It's about creating a healthy lifestyle that you can maintain. This includes balanced nutrition, focusing on mostly whole, unprocessed foods, prioritizing fruits and vegetables in your favorite recipes while limiting most of the processed foods, sugary drinks, and unhealthy fats. Regular physical activity. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise every single week. And then last, getting enough sleep. Most people need around 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every single night. Your maintenance calories or your calories needed for weight loss or even weight gain are never going to be set in stone. Our lives change. We adapt to new schedules, changing our activity level, your stress changes, and your sleeping patterns change, influencing your caloric needs, let alone your body weight changes as well. As you lose weight, you require less calories. As you gain weight, you might require more. It requires a bit of tracking and consistent monitoring, but the payoff is huge when it comes to the start of seeing fitness results. If you have questions about weight loss, leave them in the comments below. I'll personally answer all of them the best I can. Check out the description box. You might find some cool stuff. Thanks for watching. See ya.